Good morning and welcome from the Dean's office on this Thursday morning during the second week of class. This video is intended to go to all those who are responsible for teaching classes across the School of Education, full-time, part-time, adjunct, working retirees. This video contains information. I want to pass it along to you from the President, the Provost, and the upper administration regarding the expectations for this semester. Very simply, let me say that the President is asking that each of us who teaches class do what we said we were going to do. If your class is scheduled to meet on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you should meet Monday, Wednesday, Friday with your class. If your class is scheduled to meet on Tuesday, Thursday, you should meet Tuesday, Thursday with your class. If your class is one in an online program or is traditionally taught online, you should proceed to teach that class online. If you have gained accommodations through the process of approval to move your class online, then you can continue to do that. Most of our classes in the School of Education, very few of them have enrollments above 25, contrary to some of our schools across campus that have enrollments in courses of 60, 70, 80, or 90. If your class has an enrollment of 25 and you're scheduled to meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you should divide that class into two parts. 12 of the students can meet on Monday and 13 on Wednesday, and on Friday you can conduct a simultaneous synchronous Teams or Zoom meeting with the entire class at the appointed time, the synchronous meeting. This would be no more work for the instructor because you are scheduled to teach 3 times a week, and that's what you would be doing. If your class is scheduled to meet on Tuesday and Thursday, you could divide the class 12 meet Tuesday, 13 meet Thursday, and of course there would be no need for or time slot for a synchronous meeting. The concern is that some have arbitrarily and without permission moved their class to an online environment virtually and are not meeting with the class. The President has visited academic buildings. After his visit to the academic buildings and finding classrooms empty when students were supposed to be there, I have also visited our classroom in our building over the last 5 or 6 days, last week, this week, and have discovered that some are not meeting as scheduled in Banner. So far, this has not been a problem arising from the School of Education to the upper administration, but we want to nip this in the bud before it does become a problem and sanctions are imposed. So if you are scheduled to teach your class on campus, teach your class on campus. I think part of the confusion, and if I have miscommunicated or construed things differently or there's been a misunderstanding, I certainly apologize for that. And I want to clarify that with this video today. So I think part of the confusion may have resulted when we made the university-wide announcement that faculty would not be required to hold on-campus office hours. You could hold virtual office hours. That did not mean that faculty were not required to come to campus and teach their class. The directive is that we need to do what we said we were going to do in Banner, recognizing there are some deviations from that must occur. For example, as I said, classroom capacities do not allow for the entire class to meet at one time, so a rotation is necessary. But we do expect, the President expects, we have been told that face-to-face classes need to be meeting face-to-face in whatever schedule is arranged. If you have any questions about that, you can certainly call me or come and see me. I'll be glad to clarify even further with you what the expectation is. The only exception to this is classes that were traditionally fully online in online programs should continue to meet online. Classes that have been approved for accommodations due to COVID, that is, the professor or the instructor has made the application to have an accommodation due to personal COVID issues, and that has been approved, then those courses are eligible to be taught online. Those are the only exceptions, and those are the only moves to total online that should be made. I appreciate what many of you have done over the summer in advising students and maintaining contact, and how we have begun the semester in a good way, and we want to continue the semester in a good way. All of our rooms are safe, relatively safe. You are safe. You have protective devices and shields and plenty of sanitation supplies. And with reduced density in the classrooms, I see no problem with us meeting face to face. So I thank you for making the adjustments you need to make to adhere to your banner schedule and to these expectations. And again, please let me know if you have any questions or misgivings about this. I hope you have a wonderful day, and let's do what is right for our students. And by the way, as professionals in education, we want to be modeling and setting the right kind of example for these students who are going to be going into the P12 classroom. And so they would not have the opportunity, and we would never expect them to just go into their school and say, well, I know we're supposed to be meeting in person, but you students in the 5th grade don't have to come. So we want to make sure we model the kind of behavior that we expect our professional teachers who are going to graduate from our programs to exemplify. This is certainly a moral and an ethical issue as well for us in education. And so I would hope that you would take that seriously and personally. And I appreciate your understanding. And if you need any clarification, please let me know.